Everybody needs a little time away. I heard her say from each other. Even lovers need a holiday.
Far away
From each other. Oh, now it's hard for me to say I'm sorry.
Is it hard for you to say I'm sorry?
I just want you to stay.
Do you want to stay?
After all that we've been through,
All the things we've been
I
through,
will make it up to you.
we're going to make it up to each other.
I promise to.
Let's make that promise.
And after all that's been said and done, you're just a part of me I can't let go.
You can do it. Hey, you mind, the world, the country, each other. It's time. Not that hard. Let's light up a coconut. We can do it.
Far away from the one that I love. It's hard for me to say I'm sorry. I just want you to know.
Hard for me to say I'm sorry. Oh, that ego, right? That ego. You know, there's a man that has a big ego right here. And that's Mr. Dummy. Hello, everybody. You know, I have a problem saying I'm sorry. Because, you know, I don't know why. I just get upset, angry, and I cannot say I'm sorry. But, hey, if I offended you in any way, shape, or form, this is a good opportunity. I'm sorry. I'm sorry today, okay? Today I'm sorry. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy the show. Take care. Bye. Thank you, Mr. Dummy. Thank you for saying I'm sorry. That was very brave of you. You know. Hi, guys. Actually, I will say I'm sorry. Sometimes I fail at something, and I'm not that perfect, but I'm sorry anyways. If in any way I've done something wrong, sometimes knowingly or not knowingly, I'm sorry today. Today's a good day to say I'm sorry. All right, guys. Thank you, Mrs. Clip. You're always very nice, so I accept it, but I have a hard time. What is it? I don't know. You never done anything to me. Do you have something to say I'm sorry to? Maybe a person, country, parents, family. Is it hard for you to say I'm sorry? Is it hard for you to say the first person to apologize when there's a situation? Do you have something to apologize to the world? To somebody in particular, to your country? Have you done something and you perhaps thought about it saying it, but maybe your ego got in the way? Well, guys, you guys know this show is all about coming out of crisis without any scratches, by illuminating, illustrating, and inspiring you, inspire myself to do things a little differently if in the event that things are not working right now. I want to inspire you, and also in the event that that doesn't work, I just at least want to entertain you. It's kind of hard to be jokey when all the things are happening out there. I thought my show was going to be about crazy, all my guys, but I haven't had a chance in 2 weeks almost. Things are getting really interesting around here. But like the song says, do we hold one another.
really wanna tell you I'm sorry. I could never let you go.
After all that we've been through, we're gonna give up now. We're gonna tear it all up again. What do you got better right now to take that chance? Where are you gonna go? And who's waiting for you? Think about it. Mercy is hard to come by. I can make it up to you. Promises, right? Alright, guys. The word of the day actually is not a word. Because I'm speechless of what I see. So there's no words. No word of the day. The word of the day is speechless. Everybody knows what that means. We are on a, they call this a gridlock. In the government, when two parties don't get along and they cannot get anything done, they call that gridlock. So for a lot of people right now, they're doing things in one area, but they cannot go do these things on another area. In that area, they're gridlock. Those people are not going to allow that to happen. So that's gridlock. And that's a very dangerous position. When it's in government, it's okay because it's up there. But when it's on the streets, that's very interesting and very dangerous position. So let's talk about something interesting. When I was a kid, I read, guys, I'm not a scholar, I'm not a theologist, I'm not a priest, I'm not a pastor, I'm a salesman. But a lot of the inspirations from our holy books and a lot of interesting books and science and all of it help salespeople become knowledgeable on things. One time I was managing, and one time a salesman, he was failing, so he came and asked me. He said, Alan, how can I do better? And I said to him, you already have. The moment you ask, how can I be a better person? How can I get out of this rut to be different, to be successful? In that moment, your life begins to transform. In that moment when you say, I'm sorry, your life begins to transform. It's not a process of miles and miles of complicated acts. It's one simple decision. To surrender your stubbornness, your ego, and your holiness, and know that you reach to a point where you need to be assisted or helped, or that you need to be enlightened by someone else that perhaps has the answer for you. I told that person that we were going to work together. The next month, he became top salesman of the month. And all he had to do was to ask me. And I was gladly helping. He took an effort to transform himself. Today, a lot of people, have taken a position of gridlock. I ain't moving from here. I'm not going to say I'm sorry. I don't need to be sorry. Well, we need to understand our position first. Is it a position of advantage or disadvantage? At the end of the day, who's going to win this situation when we sit ourselves in a gridlock, in a non-transferable position? I am moving. You see those things happen? The person in the car, I am moving. You move first. Oh no, you move first. And then the night comes down and there's still, and at the end of the day, they look like fools. And people get tired of it and they go home and they stay there. And at the end of the day, they get tired. And only those that laugh gain something out of that spectacle. As people, we have the opportunity to understand that things take a process. The number one lie of the devil is to take advantage of your pain and tell you everything is bad. Everything is bad. You go to work, oh, everything is bad here. You go on the street, oh man, everything looks bad. You look at yourself in the mirror, oh man, I look so bad. That's his first lie. To make you believe that what you're seeing is bad. And from that moment you believe that, your life is going to take a turn for the worst. I'm going to give you an example. When I was a kid, the little story called Sodom and Gomorrah, right? It's in the book of Genesis 19. Very, very powerful story. I was like shocked. I told you I grew up religious. We had religion in class. We had to have it. If you did not pass religion, you could not pass the year. Things have changed a lot. But that helped me. In Genesis 19, Lot is told to leave the city and not look back. Leave the city and let the people in the city. He said, go find me people, and he couldn't find anybody. So he said, you leave, you and your family, and he started telling people, you're going to come with me. And then he said, no, people decided to stay. His wife, God says, don't look back. And then she looks back, and I guess a statue of salt she became. He kept going, and he saw the reflection in the sky, fire. Those books are not there for nothing, ladies and gentlemen. You may think it's a joke. Like you think everything out there right now is a joke. If God is telling you it's time to leave, well, you might want to think about that. So how many things God is telling you, you need to apologize. You need to be sorry. You need to surrender. But you want to keep biting, like we talk about the forbidden fruit, the apple, right? It's okay. It's okay. It's your choice. Because at the end of the day, you are free to believe and do whatever you feel like. It's called free will. It's a gift from God. But in the end, ultimately, He is in charge of everything. If not, look around you. How much of that you can control. All right? I don't mean to be religious, but you gotta prove to me otherwise by the signs that you see everywhere. You want to think that everything is bad? That we need to tear everything down so that we can have something new? It's not up to man to do that. When he tears things down, it's equally. It's not you down, you down, you down. No. It's equally. He's asking, hard to say I'm sorry, right? Well, it's impossible to live the present without correcting an ill past. We just keep going around. It's infixable. That's why there are countries after countries with borders in borders. Sometimes there are things you cannot fix. And you can keep running around. And yeah, here's a Band-Aid for it. Go home and go work. And then 10, 20 years, we're still back on the same problem. Worse. And worse for the innocent, for the people that suffer without a cause. Yeah, everybody's guilty, right? Well, that's why you don't want to believe that. That is the devil's lie. He told this man to leave. Like he's probably telling you to leave. He's telling somebody to leave, right? He's saying it's time for transformation, it's time for change. But if you don't want to listen, right? This is a short video. It's time for healing. You don't need me to translate this, right? You don't need me to say it in Espanol, right? Sanar, sanación, Latin also. You don't need me to tell you in 10 languages that it's time for healing in your family, with your children, with your mom, with your dad. You don't need me to tell you healing with your friends, with those people that are next to you. You don't need me healing with your country, with your globe, with your world. It's gotta be heavy to live like that. With being right always, and everybody else is wrong. With me I'm right, and I decide the future of the rest of it. Yes, right. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell me how heavy it is to be carrying that load for no reason, just because you don't want to light up your coconut. You'd rather be stubborn, heavy in your soul, because you don't want to be. You believe what the devil said. He said, everything is bad. You're looking life through your eyes, not through the eyes. The sky is blue, the sun is out, the moon will shine, the mountains are high, and the oceans are roaring. Who are you to decide when everything is bad? While everything, it's okay except for you. Everything is okay except for you. It's time for you to smile again, to stop believing the lies and to smile again. Open up those holy books. Like I said, I'm not a preacher, but somebody has to start saying these things. And go back. Say that you're sorry. Sorry, it was a misunderstanding. Sorry I hurt you. Sorry, my love. Sorry, husband. Sorry, my love. You know what I'm talking about. Sorry, son. Sorry, world. Sorry, United States. Sorry. All you have to say is, I'm sorry. Please love one another, guys. Love again. All colors, all creeds, all souls. Give each other a chance. Your country needs you. The world needs you. Don't miss this chance to be happy. Everything is okay. We're gonna fix it. Don't be despair. Everything